Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be giving a first-time reaction to Love Affair. I've never heard of this group before, but apparently they are a pop group slash progressive rock group, and I don't know how to square that circle because progressive rock and just progressive music in general is honestly so far removed from what I know pop to be. Like pop, you think of like your radio hits, you think of super accessible, very easy in terms of song structure and melody. And then when I think of all the progressive music that I've listened to in my life and reacted to on the channel, it is crazy in terms of style, the number of instruments, the different song structures, the lyrics. It is worlds apart, and I'm very curious to see how those two worlds collide with one another, the pop and the progressive stuff. Before we jump into these songs today, I wanted to thank Russell for making this reaction request and bringing another new artist to the channel. Thank you very much, my friend. But now, let's jump into it. Oh wow. How often do you hear pop music with a pronounced bass line?
Hearts gone astray, keeping hurt when they go. I went away just when
Listen to the rhythm in that bass.
I went away just when you need me so.
Doom 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 boom 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 boom.
Just when you need me so. You won't regret. I've come back begging you. Won't you forget? Welcome love we once knew. Open up your eyes, then you realize. Here I stand with my everlasting love.
This kid, he looks so young here. Russell, I think you wrote how old he was. I'll go find that, but he looks so young.
Then you realize.
Even his voice sounds very youthful. See how old he is. 17 years old. Okay. They all look young.
Would still be strong, would have our very own everlasting love. Last forever, need love to last forever.
The chimes.
Open up your eyes, then you realize. Here I stand with my everlasting love. Need you by my side, girl, to be my bride. You'll never be denied. Everlasting love from the very start. Open up your heart, feel that you're part of everlasting love.
Very catchy. Nice. Yeah, I would It's interesting because, okay, I'm coming into this thinking this is like progressive rock, pop on the side. This feels more, at least the first song felt more to me like a straight pop rock song than anything. The different progressive elements that you would expect didn't uh, overwhelm me in the way that a lot of prog music tends to. I think the most like out there elements of what we heard here was in the rhythm of the bass line, and even then, once you've kind of drilled the kind of subdivisions into your brain, then you get it forever. Um, Maybe the most quote unquote progressive part of this song has to do with the way a lot of these instruments were arranged. And in particular, even this like soft vocal delivery against this like bubbly bass line, it almost feels like they don't belong together, but rhythmically they map onto one another. Um, Kind of reminds me of a bit of the Beatles with a lot more of like a kind of I don't know, maybe more of a pop flair, I guess. Huh. Love Affair. I got like a very youthful feeling from this as well. Definitely in large part due to the age of the singer and just like the timbre of his voice. You can tell that he may need a few more years to like mature and enter the lows of his range. It's a nice song. Let's just jump into the next one and see what we think. This is Rainbow Valley. Big premium on the bass in these songs, huh?
I'm heading home again, 'cause it seems I don't fit in, and the world ain't all I thought that it would be. From this hill I'm looking down on that friendly town.
The same thing I want to say about this song too. It's such an interesting rhythm to the bass line and the way the vocals sit against them. It's not typical of pop music, so it's not pure pop. I'm still closer to pop rock, but pop rock than progressive rock. But we'll see as it develops. Maybe the more poppy feel comes from his voice. Um, let's keep listening.
On that friendly town, there's a place I know that's paradise to me. The sun always shines down in my Rainbow Valley. There's one who's always mine down in my Rainbow Valley. And love and share a dream beside that crystal stream.
It sounds like flutes now.
Me where the rainbow ends.
Oh. I don't know why I'm having trouble making out what this image has been because we saw it early on. It's some kind of flower, right? A flower or like a crop of some kind. I don't know specifically.
Bird's sweetest song comes from my Rainbow Valley. They sing the whole year long down in my Rainbow Valley. The flowers speak to me and say our love should be.
Heaven knows sweet music flows
From our valley.
I like the brass in this. Really making these moments feel grander. in. I like that little dropout for a moment. But then back to the chorus again. Nice. You know, it's interesting, but like I don't think I've ever heard a band like this. And there's, you know, every band has their own unique sound unless they're straight up copying and not, you know, being innovative in any kind of way. It's so interesting to have like the main instruments, at least the way it feels to me, being the bass and the rhythm in the bass, and then these like bright light vocals. Because the bass rather low, vocals rather high, and then if there's a third element I could talk about, it's these bright trumpets that kind of permeate the background and accentuate different moments. Because you know, if you think of like trumpets and like how big of a sound they can create, oftentimes there is an association with like, you know, the heavenly gates or something opening and the glorious moment unfolding in front of your eyes. That's kind of like how the trumpets feel in these songs, where they kind of open up a new world emotionally. It's a very bright sound. So it's like it sits above the voice here. It's so interesting, but I'm almost like the most hooking thing for me as I listen to this is the bass so far with Everlasting Love and then this song Rainbow Valley. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I like the rhythms in it, but they aren't as interesting once you've kind of picked up on it. The more interesting parts come with the other layers that get added to the mix, like the brass, like the strings, like the drums, or just things getting louder. The dynamics of the song progression rather than the melody within any given section, if that makes sense. Let's check out the last song here, bringing on back the good times.
Since you went away, I've been losing my sleep at night. I thought there'd come a day and you'd be back to make everything right. But how wrong could I be? 'Cause now you're here with me, bringing on back the good times, taking away the pain.
I like this melody a lot. I think immediately this is my favorite song so far. I like that whole sequence of, well, first and foremost, the melody vocally being really lovely to listen to, but then when we get to the chorus, the melody and the vocals perfectly gets matched with some of the other instruments there. I believe the trumpets, for example, they kind of accentuate each of the notes. Also rhythmically, every single syllable being delivered in the chorus matches exactly what's going on with the drumming underneath. So they're perfectly lockstep with one another. And then once all of that happens, they follow it up with really, really pretty strings. So you kind of get like the best of all four worlds: vocals, the melody, and the other guitar and bass instruments, then followed up with the trumpets, then followed up with the orchestra. It's a nice sequence.
I've never been loved by anybody that's quite like you. So when you're away the sad times, making me laugh again. You bring it all back.
Yeah, that was the song for me. That was my favorite of the 3 tracks today. Really catchy melody. I love the way the rhythm in the chorus vocally gets matched by the trumpets, matched by the other brass. I think it's a very smart way to just write music in general, where multiple instruments can be responsible for either a similar rhythm or melody. And some of the most complex, like progressive music out there, will kind of mix and match in real time which instrument is doing what, or which part of the overall melody is being accounted for. Like, imagine, just if work with me on this example, imagine a melody that's 10 notes in length, first only played by a guitar. Okay, well, it's got its melody, it's got its rhythm. Now, if you wanted to make it more complex, what you do is give the first 5 notes of that melody to the guitar, and then the second 5 notes to the bass, let's say. So you have a handoff. Another way to add complexity to that is hand it off kind of like A, B, A, B, A, B. So it's like guitar, bass, do that 5 times over to account for all 10 notes. And that's just more of an extreme example, but you can start mix and matching the instruments to account for the different notes, and can create extremely cool textures, either from a melodic feel, rhythmic feel, textural feel. It gets exponentially more complex the more instruments you add. But yeah, I like that even when it's moments of just pure parallel, it makes the song feel more consistent. And when you have a good melody, or a melody that just like speaks to you individually, I want to hear it repeated. There's a lot of value in repetition. It's one of the reasons why song structures and choruses exist in the way that they do. So yeah, I really like this last song here. In terms of my thoughts about Love Affair overall, I think I'm kind of like in a neutral place about them, because all these songs were all fair, all fine. I don't think like any of them really spoke to me from an emotional standpoint. It was interesting to hear like this sort of back and forth with the vocals and the bass. And yeah, it has to be said, the trumpets, or the overall just brass in general, that was like the third musketeer to what was going on in this music. I wonder what your guys' thoughts are, because this is not the most mind-blowing artist to me, but also like leaves you with like this like really jovial, like happy-go-lucky feeling. So, you know, I take away the positives from this listen today. But let me know what your thoughts are on these tracks in the comment section down below. In my feeling, this is not progressive rock. Maybe they go harder in that direction in some of their other works. So if there's other songs of theirs you'd like me to check out, you can send a reaction request my way using the first link in the description box below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.